What is Wasim Akram's advice for Virat Kohli? Well, I'm going to be telling you. Uske baad, is the BCCI planning to stop the bio bubble life for domestic tournaments? You will find out in today's episode. Or sabse ant mein, what is that strong message that Dinesh Karthiks has after his fiery knock against Rajasthan Royals in last evening's game? Well, you will find out that as well in today's episode of News Tracker with me, Virat Kohli. Hi everyone, I hope you're well and of course keeping safe. Welcome to News Tracker. This is the show jahan pe we give you the latest news in the world of cricket. But before I begin the video, if you haven't subscribed to Cricket Tracker as yet, go ahead and hit that button. And without wasting time, let's begin today's video to find out all that's making news in the world of cricket. Wasim Akram had some advice for Virat Kohli after the latter, of course, has been having an indifferent scoring form in the ongoing tournament of IPL 2022. Now, what was Wasim's advice for Virat Kohli? Well, let's find out. Now, Wasim said, I think Kohli should bat with an open stance initially, just for the first couple of overs to negotiate the incoming delivery. With this, the in-swinging delivery will not hit his pads. He can play straight with his stance. I think this is what Virat should do early on if he feels he's struggling against the left-armers. If a player like Kohli survives the first couple of overs, then I do not think it would be easy to stop him. Now, of course, that is some valuable advice coming from Wasim Akram, but do you all agree with this statement or rather advice that Wasim has for Virat Kohli? And what do you really think is going wrong for Kohli as well? Because at the end of the day, a player like Kohli, you always expect him to score big runs, but of course it's not happening. But he has been contributing here and there in the ongoing IPL 2022, at least in the 3 matches that RCB has played so far. But what is your take on it? Definitely let me know in the comments below. As per the latest developments, the BCCI is planning to discontinue the bio bubble life from domestic tournaments. Now, how would that work? What are they planning to do? And what is the thought process behind this? Well, let's find out. Now, many players have complained of fatigue due to the same. The BCCI has decided to carry out an experiment with 2 domestic competitions this month. The Under-19 Cooch Behar Trophy knockouts and the Senior Women's T20 Trophy are scheduled to get underway on April 18. A BCCI source told a leading media house, when the IPL schedule was drawn, the third wave was still on the wane. The board didn't want to take any chances with a multi-city tournament. There's a lot at stake. These 2 domestic tournaments could be a reference to where we stand when it comes to dealing with the virus. Now, what do you all think about this fact that they would be looking at this as an experiment as well, in terms of how the statement says that after they, kind of look at these 2 domestic tournaments and how this would work out, then it could be a reference probably for the bigger tournaments. Do you think this is a good move? What is your opinion? Definitely share that with me in the comments below. Dinesh Karthiks, of course, was the star of last evening's match between RCB and Rajasthan Royals because he went on to score a fine unbeaten 44 of 23 balls, which also went on to give him that Man of the Match award. However, on the other hand, Dinesh Karthiks has had a strong message for everybody post that game. Now, this could also be for critics or just in general because many were very curious to see the kind of game he's been having. What message does Dinesh Karthiks have? Let's find out. Dinesh said, I think I made a conscious effort this year to do justice to myself because the last year I felt I could have done better. The way I trained was much better this time around. Credit to the person who trained with me. I'm making a conscious effort to tell myself that I'm not done yet. Well, that is a clear message that Dinesh Karthiks has given, those 3 words, not done yet. Now, what do you all think of the message? And do you think that at the end of the day, if he continues to perform the way that he does, eventually it's very hard to be overlooking Dinesh Karthiks for Team India as well? Do you think there's a spot for him to kind of eventually make it to that team, a comeback rather? What are your thoughts on this? I definitely want to know. So tell me that in the comments below. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the News Tracker. Do not forget to like this video and also follow all our social media handles. If you haven't done that as yet, do head over to our Telegram channel for some amazing fantasy tips as well as match-winning combinations for your fantasy teams. My name is Nivedna Prabhu. I'll be back very soon to tell you all that's happening in the world of cricket. But for that, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And until I see you next time, like I always tell you, take care of yourselves and most importantly, stay safe. Bye-bye.